Hello. Yeah, hello everyone. Let me get the live chat set up for this video. I'll also get the Discord up and everything like that. I also have a different stream that I'm about to start, which will have the images and everything. Yo, Torvor, welcome to the stream. So give me a minute to get the live chat set up for the face cam. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. So let me take a moment. Oh, yo, the scavenger. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Oh, and already 2 smashes of the like button. Thank you kindly. Again, I haven't even really started the video yet. So that's quite interesting. When it already drops down to 1 like. Yo, Zolex, welcome to the stream. Kirby said, me now has 2 gold fighters in Skullgirls Mobile. Ooh, congratulations. When it drops down to 0 likes, fair enough, fair enough. I haven't covered material yet, so I mean, the scavenger said smash the like button. I did. Thank you kindly. Kirby said, I dislike the video because screw you, lol. Hey, it happens. I see 1 like has appeared so far. Zolex says, does Ben10 got new episodes? Oh, I see the like button has been smashed twice. Thank you kindly. So there is... Yo, Nerd Tanker, welcome to the stream. The scavenger said, no, a reboot. Kirby said, I regret nothing. Yo, Nerd Tanker, good to have you on the stream. So, as the scavenger said, Ben 10 got rebooted, and we now have a 2nd season that's starting up. It was supposed to start up October 2nd in England, like in the UK, and the idea is that they were going to start with a special. It also seems like Ben now has new enhanced forms. However, I can't really talk too much about it due to the fact that I haven't seen any of the Season 2 episodes yet because I'm not in the United Kingdom. While I would love to be able to be like, yo, new content, Season 2, this video will still only cover Season 1 stuff revolving around Ben 10 reboot. So no Season 2 spoilers. You don't have to worry about that. Which is a plus, I suppose. I know I personally wouldn't mind Season 2 spoilers. I'd love to know more information. All we currently know about the 2nd season is that Ben has enhanced aliens, and that might be related to what I'll be discussing today. We still don't know what the full connection is between Ben's enhanced aliens and what today's topic will be. And I'll get deeper into today's topic once I finish setting up the live stream that'll show the images, and I set up the live chats for that. I just wanted to have a stream going so that you guys know, for one, I'm currently working on, getting the big stream up that'll have all the pictures. And 2, so I can see people's thoughts on Ben 10 and the reboot, and ideas for future Ben 10 videos while I'm getting everything set up. So if you have any matchups or fights that you like me to work on as a video, whether it be between 2 Ben 10 aliens or between... really, I think 2 Ben 10 aliens would probably be great. Scavenger said, lol, I had it muted. It happens to everyone. I want to start doing tier list as one thing. Like, you guys name a power, and then I go through the Ben 10 aliens, and I say, like, here's a tier list of Ben 10 aliens with said power to see which ones are the better aliens with that power. Nerdtanker said, what about game characters? So, like, Ben 10 characters versus characters from other video games? Or are you talking about Ben 10 characters from Ben 10 video games who are, like, video game exclusive, facing off against each other? Or facing off against people in the show? Because that also is interesting. But yeah, I could see us doing, like, game characters versus Ben 10 characters. Kirby said recreating the universe after it was destroyed. You want me to do a video on that? I can actually totally do that. I could do that, like, really very soon. Nerd Tanker said other video games. That could be really interesting. Not gonna lie. Vegeta, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Kirby said God tier all the way. I mean, Ben definitely is extremely powerful. Especially with the Toon Force stuff. If you have not seen the video that talks about Ben having Toon Force abilities in the reboot, it's definitely worth taking a look. Okay, let's see. What is this one entitled again? It's like Ben upgrades the Omnitrix. I was trying to think of a clever title. But I just ended up going with something that's basic. Oh wow, Kirby just straight up reposted the title. Thank you, Curbs. I appreciate it. When Vegeta asked, "Do you like big ones?" Ben's bigger aliens are alright, I guess. Also, thank you all for smashing that like button 3 times. I truly appreciate it. Um, but Ben's bigger aliens aren't really my favorite. Like, Humongosaur, I felt like was overused. Forearms was overused. Way Big is cool because he's just a kaiju, pretty much. I mean, Humongosaur's pretty much just a kaiju as well, but he's not on Way Big's level. Oh, thank you for smashing that like button, Vegeta, with your giant chicken. Truly appreciate it. Kirby said Ben happens to have toon abilities in a cartoon. Who'da thunk it? Yeah, I mean, it is one of those things where they didn't have to go that route with Toon Force, but I'm alright with it. Nerd Tanker says Alien X beats all. That's how a lot of people feel. That Alien X is just that boy. But Scavenger, were you the one yesterday who said that Toon Force Accelerate versus Alien X would be an interesting fight? I don't want to give credit to the wrong person. I know someone said that yesterday in the Toon Force video, and I think you might be on to something. Scavenger said, yep. So, I know, like, the information on the back of a toy box isn't, like, canon, right? But when Vegeta says it was me, the Scavenger said also Jet Ray. Jet Ray is faster than Accelerate. Because we've never seen Accelerate go, like, hyper speed, like, through space. Kirby said, no, it's totally canon. Well, if you want to include the information written on the back of the action figure boxes as canon, that's a very loose definition of canon, by the way, then they say that Accelerate can move almost as quickly as he can think, when the Scavenger says everything is canon. So the idea that Accelerate can move almost as fast as he's, like, capable of thinking, Kirby said Ben is a canon. Heat Blast actually did turn into a cannon in the Toon Force episode Zingo. That's the episode title. I like how Nerdtinker said Grey Matter is super smart, is like Batman but super small. That actually is interesting, because Grey Matter can build gadgets as well. You know what I mean? Vegeta said even my big chicken is canon. Kickin' Hawk, which is a chicken alien, actually is a thing in, like, Ben10 Omniverse. But getting back to the Accelerate thing. So if Accelerate, like normal Accelerate, can move as fast or almost as fast as his own thought, and Alien X needs to think in order to act, then it sounds like if the Accelerate could move faster than Alien X could think, that he could speed blitz him with Toon Force and, like, pull a pencil from behind his back with an eraser and just erase X-Ray. The Scavenger said, his rooster is canon, Jet Black Ray. Listen, Jet Black Ray. Vegeta said, are you only streaming about Ben 10? Not forever. You know, like, it's not like the channel has become only Ben 10 all the time or anything like that. But if you're asking about tonight, yes. Tonight I only have time to do Ben 10. I have a midterm Wednesday, which is why you guys got a video so late at night rather than, like, earlier. Because normally I try to stream around, like, now or 10 p.m. If I had streamed around 10 p.m., I could have maybe had time to do a little bit more. But I had a room inspection. Those are, like, twice a semester thing, where they come by and you have to wait while they, like, look through your room and make sure everything's good. But the room inspection went smoothly. They said it was, like, a nice, cozy abode. And we didn't have any problems with that, which was great. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Upgrades. I'm, like, doing the tags for the video that'll have the images. So upgrades, Omnitrix. I think that's it, because I already had a lot of tags written, so this just adds on to that. But there's a lot of hype for Season 2 of Ben 10, and I've been a huge Ben 10 fan for years. But I haven't had a good opportunity to make Ben 10 videos where there was like an audience for it, I don't think. But now more people are getting into it. Nerd Tanker said, did anyone ever consider Alien X as hard to control? Alien X's control problems don't matter anymore, due to, you guessed it, woo! In Omniverse, they had Universe versus Tennyson, and in that episode, Ben finally gets full control of Alien X. Ben no longer has an issue with controlling Alien X. He can do actually whatever he wants with him. Um, in other words, you know how he normally is limited by the faces that he has to talk to, in order to control Alien X? They got rid of that shit. Pretty much Ben said, why don't you two just argue in a corner while I do everything? And they just kind of fucked off. So Ben has full control over Alien X now. Confirmed. And is, well, for Omniverse, keep in mind Reboot Ben, and we are keeping the videos more on the Reboot continuity. Reboot Ben does not have Alien X. The closest thing he has are Toon Force abilities, which allows him to manipulate reality, but more in a gag Looney Tune kind of way. The scavenger said Ben told him to fuck off, basically. True. Kirby said the only weird thing that has happened in your dorm is Jash getting shaved. Well, that was actually an old dorm anyways, so so when you just get away with stuff. Let's see, Nerd Tanker said, good to know. I think it is pretty great to know that Ben actually can just be God tier. In Omniverse specific. Because Omniverse is the only series where Ben had control over Alien X out of like any of the shows. Because in Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, he didn't have full control over Alien X. The scavenger said Ben is God. I mean, Ben did literally recreate the universe. That being said, Ben got to see the original creators of the universe. Professor Trevenant said, this shit again. How about a fan poll video? Kirby said that was an odd night in reference to when Jash got his hair cut in my room. Don't worry, right now I'm getting the images set up for the other stream, which will show pictures rather than my face, so that you all can see more of what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. So now I have the images up on my computer. I just need to now stream these images. The scavenger said, but I love face cam. Kirby said, hey, this is good shit. Kirby's like, I come here for this. Nerd Tanker said, but I want to see your face. Professor Trevenant said, so no fan poll? Sadly, not tonight. It's not like I've stopped doing them forever or anything like that. It's just I only had enough time tonight to do like one video. But in the future, you know, of course there'll be more fan polls. I love doing fan polls. It legitimately gives power to the people. And I like that. It allows you to see what you want to see, kind of thing. There will be regular Ben 10 videos, at least for a while. They're still hyped for Season 2. There are a lot of feats that, like, Reboot Ben has that people sleep on. Like, people just don't talk about Reboot Ben, and I feel like he's worthy for a lot of fights. When Vegeta says, fan poll, question mark? Not tonight for a fan poll, but there will be a fan poll in the near future. Let's see. When Vegeta says, yes, fan poll today? Yes? Nope. Not today. Scavenger said, when did Ben upgrade the Omnitrix himself? I forgot. Well, don't worry, because I just clicked that start broadcast button, and I'm going to be able to share images of the Reboot Ben upgrading his Omnitrix and talk about it and everything. So mic test 1 2. So I hit the start broadcast button, and lo and behold, the stream claims that it's broadcasting, but it's not picking up my mic at all. So Professor Trevin has said, really, you like the reboot that bad? The reboot that could make Ben into a kid version of Bugs Bunny? Got him. The scavenger said, now I have both open. One to talk, one to look at. One to look at. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out why it's not picking up on my mic. Because it's not showing me the green orbs on my side that say that, like, hey, you're recording. And I don't have a way to finesse that. So, I may have to close this and then try to reopen it, which sounds gross, but I hope it works. But it sucks when we have technical difficulties like that. We were so close, everyone. We were so close. Okay, so still no bubbles on this end. Yo, is there anyone who's watching the face one that can hear me? That, well, not the face one. Who's watching the picture one that can hear me via the picture one alone and not through the face cam? I don't currently know why my mic wouldn't be responding, but I'm looking at the little area where the bubbles are supposed to be, and it's nothing's happening. Which is too bad because I had images set up. I have like a whole thing of images. Oh wow, no! Kirby said I cannot hear you in the screen stream. That's too bad. Um, I guess I can still show you guys pictures via that stream, but it's sad that like no one can hear me in the other stream. Uh, Especially for people who find that stream first. That'll be really interesting. But yeah, I'll figure out what's wrong with the audio thing in the future. Let's see, Professor Trevin said the reboot that do not actually reboot, but just an excuse to make when your boy's going off. Hold on, let me minimize this window so I can see you go off. The reboot that do not actually reboot, but just an excuse to make 15 minutes of glass half full shit plots. Like some episodes, I swear, were bathroom ideas, and they're like I thought of the plot for 5 minutes. Dang, Professor Trevin is shitting on the writing quality. Vegeta said, I'm sorry, you guys, you're talking about my chicken. Kirby said, I listened to you in this stream, and then mute the other stream. Oh, so I guess what Kirby's saying is that, like, some people don't even watch the other one for, like, voice anyways, because they can get voice from this one. Believe it or not, the Facecam stream glitched out really hard last time. If you go back to look at it, there are only 15 minutes of content for, like, an hour video. Professor Trevenant said, seriously, do this type of video for Rick and Morty. For some reason, I don't feel as passionate about Rick and Morty as I do for Ben 10, even though I like Rick and Morty. By the way, I still need to see that season finale. And I could do a thing where I, like, look back on the season. I just feel like I have a friend, Nick, who's way more into Rick and Morty, right? I feel like he could do better videos than me. Like, I feel like he knows things about Rick and Morty straight off the top of his head, the way that I know things about Ben 10 really easily straight off the top of my head kind of thing. Kirby said, Nick, question mark. What's up? I can't find the thing. Like, I can't find why you're, like, Nick. Did I mess up something? Professor Trevenant said, I wish you had the video with the OG series. Then Kirby said, Nick Benson? Okay, so I'm getting the live chat set up for the thing that's just pictures. And no audio, because, I don't know, laptops just like to mess with me. Crash bug is real. Okay, so Kirby's in that chat. Ooh, good to see Kirbs there. Kirby Ultra Star. And then I'll get Discord open, and then I should be ready to talk about Ben upgrading his own Omnitrix. Zolex said, Ben 10. Yo, Zolex, welcome to the stream. Fun fact, the original series theme song for Ben 10, the Swedish version, is sung by a dude, not by a woman. It's actually pretty intense. And by pretty intense, I mean, it goes well. Like, you think it may be jarring to hear it sung in a different language by a dude, but it's actually pretty alright. So, I'm gonna get Discord open now. When Zolex writes Omnitrix with that hard split. Omnitrix. The scavenger says, it goes well. Oh, how is everyone today? I don't think I've asked, but I'm always curious how everyone's doing. I want to make sure everyone's having the best day. Still getting everything set up before we get into the nitty-gritty of the discussion. Also, let's hope for the best that the live chat sticks, like, intact, like, for the face cam, and so that it doesn't break down. Zolex said, I'm good. What about you, my dude? I'm doing fantastic as always. Thank you for asking. The scavenger said, I'm good today's. How about you? Oh, I'm doing great. I ended up making a C on my midterm for management, but everyone in the class is like, man, that management midterm was BS. Even the people who did well are like, the stuff she asked was insane. Professor Trevenant said, Rick and Morty on Ben 10. This is it, Morty. The reboot to a child with an old man, Morty, just like us, Morty. One watch later. Morty, this is great, Morty, because I know the people in the writing room, Morty. The scavenger says, C's get degrees. Zolek said, nice, C is still good. Professor Trevenant said, there's more. Let's see, so I got the Discord open now. Finally. I can see that Absent's been posted in the Discord, which is nice. It's good to see people active. Zolek said, you forgot to burp. I can't naturally do the not Morty burps, the Rick burps. The guy who does the burps legitimately, like, drinks a beer. Like, they're real burps, and it's hard to replicate that. At least for me. Kirby said, how many times did you use the word Morty in that message? You have to like, do a Rick impression. Currently doing a live stream. I'm going to tell the people on Discord that we are currently streaming. I'll also post up a Discord invite into the live chats, just in case anyone who's watching the stream would like to join the Discord and talk over there as well. Because I actually get updated when people talk on the Discord, like it'll make a sound. I can see all the chats though, so I shouldn't fall too far behind on any of them. The scavenger said, the spider and the scavenger have merged into one, known as Christian. Zolex said, I'm already in your Discord, bruh. Oh, no problem, Zolex. I know you're already in the Discord. I mean, like, if anyone hops in and they want to check out the Discord. I'm pretty sure most people who are on right now are on the Discord, if not everybody. I'm pretty sure Vegeta isn't, though. Zolex said, shout out to Nick's Discord! Okay, so for the image stream, which is still running, I can confirm. Let's start talking about your boy Ben upgrading his own Omnitrix, which is interesting, to say the least. As Zolex said, yeah, Vegeta isn't in there. So, Ben, and spoilers for the season finale of the first season of Ben 10, the Omnitrix special, I recommend that you check that out. Because this is pretty much what happens at the end of the 4-part special. It'll only take you about 40 minutes to watch because episodes are around like 10 minutes or so. 15 is a stretch. I feel like that's like with ads. It seems like it only takes 10 minutes to watch an episode of the Ben 10 reboot. So the whole run you can watch rather quickly. Professor Trevenant said, and still be hung up on it, Morty. Let's see. So getting back to the Ben 10 discussion. So Ben is fighting Vilgax in the Omnitrix special, and Vilgax grabs Ben through the chest by the Omnitrix. Like, if you look at this image, it actually looks really gory, because you can see the full impression of Vilgax's fingers, like, through his body. Zolex said, I kneel. This isn't Ben 10 related, but do you like Kingdom Hearts? I actually like the Kingdom Hearts... Oh, you said I know this isn't Ben 10 related. I do like Kingdom Hearts. I read some of the manga. And we may be able to do, like, who would win in a fight between, like, Disney characters and Ben 10 characters. Professor Trevenant said, read my Rick voice. I'll work on trying to get the Rick voice set up. Scavenger said, ooh, that's cold. Yeah, like the way that Vilgax is piercing his fingers through Upgrade, it actually looks pretty violent. Like, if it wasn't Upgrade, if it was any other alien, Ben would be, like, fucking dead. Like, that looks like a game over, kind of, I put my hand in your chest thing. But Vilgax grabs Ben's Omnitrix in his hand. And then Vilgax uses the word upgrade, and Ben suddenly gets the idea, wait a minute, I'm Upgrade, and Upgrade upgrades technology. So what if I upgrade myself? And it's the weirdest thing, because Upgrade loops his body into the Omnitrix that he's wearing on his body. So essentially the rest of his body disappears and goes into the Omnitrix as Vilgax is holding it. So essentially in this scene, Vilgax is holding the full Omnitrix in his hand as Upgrade just moves himself into it. Professor Trevenant said, Also, yeah, uh, that Vilgax is cool, but as Vilgax, of course he's awesome. I see what you mean. Like Vilgax would be cool either way, so it's not like he's like gonna be like boo. The scavenger said, "Whatever happened to Goop and Ben 10? I actually want to do a video of Goop versus Blocks because those are Ben's two shape shifting aliens. Like Ben doesn't have a lot of aliens that change their shape. Zolex says, "You haven't been posting Dragon Ball Super reviews. The 1 hour episode is coming up this week." I'm actually behind on Dragon Ball Super. Because I've been writing books and writing superhero stories for people for money, whenever I watch things, I'm also writing. And it's harder for me to, like, watch the episode, take screenshots of the episode, pay attention to what's going on, pay attention to what I'm writing, and, like, do all of that at the same time. So it's easier for me to do things like Ben 10 that are like 10 minutes long, and I can write while I like listen to the episode, and I'll still be able to watch it. And I only take screenshots of the Ben 10 reboot when either something funny happens or there's like a legitimate feat that I think is worthy of recording. Professor Trevenant said, "Still lackluster without Grandpa Max history. It is really weird that Grandpa Max doesn't seem to be a plumber. Maybe that'll happen in season 2. I don't know, but it really does seem like Grandpa Max does not have an actual history as a plumber." So getting back on topic with Ben upgrading his own Omnitrix, when the stream dies a little bit right as you get on topic, I like how Kirby said, "Well, shit." Technically halfway behind from the original series. Then the scavenger said, "Ooh, Word Girl." Yeah, I liked Word Girl personally. Like, it was interesting when you threw that Word Girl shade. Mr. Gurr, first name Nick, last name Gurr, said that his brother, first name Nee, last name Gurr, sent him. Yo, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. So right now we're talking about Ben 10 and how he upgraded his own Omnitrix. To step back a little bit, because it's not hard for me to describe what just happened because you just jumped in. Vilgax had grabbed Upgrade, who is one of Ben's aliens who has the power to upgrade technology that he interacts with. And while he grabbed him, he inadvertently gives Ben the idea to use Upgrade to jump into his own Omnitrix and upgrade it itself. So by upgrading his own Omnitrix, he causes it to flash in Vilgax's hand, and then Ben reverts back to normal. But when Ben reverts to normal, his Omnitrix starts to glow, and it actually looks aesthetically different. So on the other stream where you can see the images, you can see Ben with the upgraded Omnitrix on his wrist. And the new upgraded Omnitrix has like more green colors. The white pipe-like attachments to the Omnitrix that are normally just like gray or white are turning full green, as if it's like the energy from the Omnitrix is actually pumping through the pipes more than they normally would. The scavenger said, "I sound weird." Oh, he actually did a Childish Gambino bar. The scavenger said, "I sound weird like nigga with a hard R." What song is that from? That's from The Other Guys or whatever. It's not called The Other Guys. It's something Guys. But I was surprised to see the Gambino bar. Professor Trevenant said, "I like Word Girl as a preschool show, but as a show as timeless as Ben 10, the reboot is just a preschool show. And that's why it's so early in the morning." Nick said, "Do you want to smash Gwen?" Nah, I don't want to smash Gwen. Reboot Gwen is like 10 years old. The scavenger said, "Ooh, that's dope." Nick said, "I bet she has a tight pussy." When Nick's getting like super inappropriate with the 10-year-old cartoon characters, the actually 10-year-old cartoon characters. The scavenger said, "Bonfire." Bonfire actually would have been an interesting name for Swamp Fire. And Nick said, "Ew, never mind." And when you remember we're on that reboot continuity, Vanessa Brooks says, "Hi." Hello, Vanessa Brooks. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Nick said, "I take that back." So what we're currently talking about is Ben turned into Upgrade and upgraded his own Omnitrix, which changed how the Omnitrix looked. But not only did it change its look, it changed its function. So they claimed that the Omnitrix gained a temporary boost of power from him upgrading it. And when he upgraded it, it allowed him to gain master control. So as you can see in these images, Ben can seamlessly change between aliens, and it's not even like full moments between like him changing. Like he blurs the line between being one alien and being another by how quickly he's changing, and Vilgax goes as far as to say it's not even possible to change that quickly. The scavenger said, no, the hard R Gambino bar is from the song Bonfire. It's really not from his thing that he did with Chance the Rapper. The Worst Guys. That's what I thought it was from. I guess I probably am wrong on that. I don't listen to enough Gambino. Nick said, why you do this? The reason why I'm bringing up Ben being able to upgrade his own Omnitrix, giving him a temporary power boost, as well as access to master control, where he can change into aliens simply by thinking of which alien he'd like to become and changing into them so rapidly, is because it allows for Reboot Ben to be higher tier than he should be. Essentially, Reboot Ben didn't have a lot of feats behind him, but with the last video that I described where Ben has Toon Force, and this video where Ben has Master Control, and like they also claim that his power is boosted, you're saying that Ben, without transforming into aliens, has like Looney Tunes levels of reality manipulation, right? Due to Toon Force. Then his Omnitrix is upgraded, which gives all of his aliens a temporary power boost, and it allows for him to rapidly change between his alien forms, each of which also have potential Toon Force ability due to the episode Zingo, which makes it seem like Ben could still have Toon Force powers beyond that episode. It makes Reboot Ben better for fight potential. There are other things that make Ben better for the reboot, but I'll get into those in like other videos. I want it to be where if you watch each of the videos, you'll start to see why Reboot Ben is good one video at a time, and we can essentially spread out the videos to where it's like, oh yeah, I watched this one and I learned this cool fact about Ben 10, and let your facts and knowledge about Reboot Ben stack up over time. Professor Trevenant said, I'm sorry, it needs to get some history and plot, and then I won't compare it to the original, because the DuckTale reboot is different, but it has the same charm as the OG Ben 10 reboot, just do not know anything. I see what you're saying. So you're saying the DuckTales reboot is like a similar kind of show, but it's just not on the same level. You know what I mean? Like, the Ben 10 reboot should be doing better and have more of the history from Ben 10. I feel like it's trying to create its own history, but it's going a little slow about it. One thing that I gotta give the reboot Ben 10 credit for is that there are so many villains, in the reboot by now. Back in the day, they had so many more, like Vilgax episodes where it was like, who's Ben fighting? He's fighting Vilgax robots. Or like, who's Ben fighting? He's fighting Animo for the original series, where the Ben 10 reboot has given us so many villains. Even if the villains aren't like mainstays of the series, they're like creating more things. The scavenger then hit us up with more bars. Thank you for supplying the bars in the live chat. Professor Tremnant said, DuckTales is a good reboot. The first episode is amazing. I still haven't been able to watch the new DuckTales show. That's on my list of things to watch. The new Spider-Man show is on my list of things to watch. I've heard it's horrible, the new Spider-Man show. I've heard it's like, it's worse than the other shows we've gotten with Spider-Man, which is sad to hear because Ultimate Spider-Man was actually alright. Like the Spider-Man show that ended right before it. So you think they should be able to step their game up and do better with the next one. But I guess they're going downhill since Spectacular Spider-Man, which was like that show. But getting back on topic with Reboot Ben, who do you think Reboot Ben can beat based on the last 2 episodes of Ben10Tier? Because in the episode before this of Ben10Tier, we had Ben versus... Also, is there a way for me to slideshow this? There we go. That way, the stream that's just images gets like the images over a course of time playing through, rather than you guys just staring at the same image the whole time. And I'll try and do that more in the future. I've heard you guys complain about it before, where it's like, why are we just looking at the same thing? So, who do you think Ben can beat with access to Toon Force and Master Control, with Master Control saying that each of his aliens are slightly more powerful? Because I think the Scavenger had a good point with Accelerate. Accelerate, if we take the back of his action figure box as canon, right? Then you could say that Accelerate, and I know that's a weird thing to count as canon, but for the sake of the argument, the back of the action figure box says that Accelerate can move at 500 miles per hour plus, meaning that 500 miles per hour isn't his maximum speed, and that he can move almost as fast as he can think. We know that Alien X operates via thought, so whatever Ben thinks of as Alien X, he can like make into reality, but he has to have enough time to think. So with the power boost provided by Ben upgrading his Omnitrix, is it safe to say that the power boost would make Accelerate faster than his own thought, meaning that Accelerate can move faster than he thinks? And if he can move faster than thought, then he could speed blitz Alien X using his pencil eraser technique and just erase him from existence before Alien X can manipulate reality. The Scavenger said he should be able to beat Vilgax with Toon Force and Master Control. He should be able to beat Albedo, Agrigor. Agrigor is an interesting thing to say. Professor Trevenant said the main problem, as well, is it took years for many shows to get a reboot. Ben 10 got it in a matter of a month. It's just too little time to get a fresh idea, and fans not really asking for the show, so it seems pointless to some people. And I see what you mean. It's interesting that their argument for making the reboot is for it to reach a younger audience, right? But Omniverse already had that like covered, because if they wanted to focus on a younger audience, all they had to do is the next season of Omniverse, they could have done more flashbacks to 11-year-old Ben. Like, they already had a show where you could see older Ben and younger Ben in the same show, and they could choose whether or not they wanted to do a younger Ben or older Ben story. So it seems like they wanted to do a lot of younger Ben stories, but they wanted like a fresh like slate to do it on, and I'm kind of fine with that. It's just sad that they dropped a lot of things. Like, they had a lot of potential with the Null Void and the Plumber's Kid stuff. The idea that like some of them stayed behind in the Null Void to help like keep the law among the lawless. They could have done a show that was about like new recruits to the Plumber Academy and still kept it in that universe. They could have done a show that combined Ben 10 with other things. We already know that Ben 10 is in the same multiverse as Generator Rex, so they could have made a show that was legitimately about Generator Rex and Ben 10 working together. They could have done a show with the Secret Saturdays, because we know the Secret Saturdays are in the same universe. And it could have been the Secret Saturdays working with Ben 10, and they fight against like cryptids and aliens and stuff like that. And you could have the Generator Rex stuff merge over as well, and have like nanites and stuff. Like it really could have been interesting the way they could have merged all those things together, because they have it all available to play with under the same universe. Professor Travis said, the Man of Action universe. Yeah, that would be the idea. Vegeta said, true. Nick said, Ben 10 for life. You know it. Professor Travis also said, yes, I wish they just went on with the Ben 10 he made. A new world. He has his worlds. God the story. Could have been awesome moving forward. Maybe even a Secret Saturday Generator Rex shared universe. Yeah, I'm with you. Vegeta said, like my giant chicken, the biggest universe there is. But to go back to some of those matchups, Toon Force Ben versus Albedo. Yeah. Albedo, I think the only thing he had going for him is that he could still use ultimate forms, where Ben no longer had access to ultimate forms. But Albedo gets cucked on by Toon Force. I don't know what Albedo does to beat Toon Force. Maybe Amphibian, because Amphibian is broken. I want to do a whole video on why Amphibian is like one of Ben's best aliens. Okay, a matter of fact, I can talk about it a little bit now, considering that it has to do with the matchup. So let's say we have Reboot Ben with Toon Force and Master Control and increased power to all aliens versus Albedo, who has like an Ultimatrix, so he can turn into ultimate forms, but he can also turn into forms from the series Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Let's say the Omnitrix doesn't have Alien X, because I don't think we've ever seen Albedo turn into Alien X. So you may be able to argue maybe it's locked, maybe it's like a Ben exclusive form or something. I don't know. There's someone who probably knows more about that than me, about why I can't remember Albedo ever turning into Alien X. But Albedo could turn into Amphibian, and Amphibian has the ability to turn himself into lightning, intangibility, flight, telepathy, and he has more powers than that, but those powers alone are really good. Because Ben with Toon Force may be able to do something to make Albedo no longer intangible. I think we've seen in the original series Ghost Freak get hit with goo, and when Ghost Freak was covered with goo, he couldn't phase through things anymore. So maybe Stinkfly could shoot Amphibian and make him where he wasn't intangible. But Amphibian can read minds. So, like, Albedo could turn into Amphibian and know everything that Reboot Ben was going to do and just duke him. Like, there's nothing you can do if you can't touch me. I know what you're thinking, so I can react before you think of it. Not before you think of it, but I can react as you think of it. The only thing I could see Ben doing for Reboot Ben is that we already talked about Accelerate. He gets the power boost. The action figure box already says that Accelerate can move like near the speed of his own thoughts, and with the power boost, he could move like as fast as he can think. So even if Amphibian goes, oh, I know exactly what he's going to do next, as soon as he knows what he's about to do, he's already getting hit, so it's too late. Like, Reboot Ben could duke on him like that, but that would require Reboot Ben to know that he needs to be Accelerate in order to face off against Albedo and stop Amphibian, who otherwise would just keep reading Ben's mind and just duke on him the whole time. Professor Trevenant said, all of Ben 10's aliens get out of the Omnitrix and fight all the Pokemon Ash has ever had, from Kanto to Kalos. I don't know enough about Pokemon to really do a solid who would win all of Ben 10's aliens versus all of the Pokemon Ash ever had, but doesn't Alien X shit on him? Like, has Ash from Kanto to Kalos had anything that's on Alien X's level? Not to say that Alien X is like the end-all alien for Ben, because Clockwork is really good. If you say that Reboot Ben's aliens count, and if you say that Reboot Ben's aliens have Toon Force, then that is also really good. Each of them is better with the idea of having Toon Force, you know what I mean? If you say it's upgraded Omnitrix Ben with Toon Force, all of his aliens, that means all of his aliens with a power boost increase with Toon Force, which would be pretty great. Professor Trevin said, first of all, without a third personality, Alien X is a statue. So you're saying all of his aliens, but Ben isn't, like, in control, so it's not the same thing? I see you. It's the aliens themselves versus the Pokemon themselves, taking Ash and Ben out of the equation. Interesting. Then I'd say Heat Blast with Toon Force is pretty god tier. Professor Trevenant said, think of Ghost Freak. Ghost Freak is also really fucking great. Vegeta said, why do you keep saying Ben 10 can beat anyone? You're pissing me off. It's not that Ben 10 can beat anyone, but there are just certain matchups that just aren't good against Ben. For one, Ghost Freak can possess people and then kill them. This was demonstrated in the Ben 10 original series, where Ben possessed Gwen. No, sorry, Ben doesn't possess Gwen. Ghost Freak escapes the Omnitrix and possesses Gwen, and has Gwen stand on a top of a castle or whatever. And Gwen, while being possessed by Ghost Freak, says, I'll step off of this castle and just fucking die. Like, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm a ghost inside of someone's body. So, if Ben possesses someone, right, and then just has that person, like, off themselves, then that's game. So Ghost Freak could go into each of the individual Pokemon, because someone asked who would win all the Pokemon versus all the Ben 10 aliens, and just have them kill themselves. And, like, what do you do? What do you do to resist that? The scavenger said, "What do you think about the throwaway character with the robot backpack? That is something great to expand on." He's coming back in season 2. They sent up some episode descriptions for season 2, and I read through them earlier today. And in the episode descriptions, the character with the robot backpack is supposed to be coming back in an episode alongside Billy Billions. But it's going to be Ben, and Simon Says is the guy with the robot backpack name. So it's going to be Ben10 and Simon Says versus Billy Billions in an episode. X exclamation point ladies man phase exclamation point X. I'm just gonna call you ladies man or phase. I'm gonna call you phase. Phase is cool. Phase said, "Are you gay or straight?" I'm straight. Let's see. Professor Trevenant said, "Yeah, episodes like that when you watch the reboot. Do you see why I'm so used to actual conflict in Ben 10 any show?" Vegeta said, "Phase, I'm pretty sure you're gay." I wouldn't assume anything. Let's see. Professor Trevenant said, "Also, Kevin 11 so got the shaft." Vegeta said, "Do you hear about what happened to Las Vegas?" I don't keep up with the news. I've heard that there was a shooting in Las Vegas. My condolences to anyone who lost a loved one or anyone who was injured. Best of luck in recovering in the hospital and everything. And I hope that everyone has a speedy recovery. You know, bad things happen in the world. The best thing we can do is be good people and try and help out the best we can. I'm sure there are some fundraising things you can do online in order to try and help out. I did hear about that. 50 people died, 200 people injured. Sorry to hit such a hard tone, Vegeta bringing up current events, but best of luck to everyone who's recovering, and sorry to everyone who lost a loved one. Professor Trevenant said, "What happened to Kevin 11? So Kevin 11 is essentially just not in the show right now. So it's interesting. I wonder if Kevin 11 will make an appearance. I may be wrong. Have I missed a reboot episode that had Kevin in it? Because it would be really interesting to see Kevin in the reboot. I saw an image earlier today from season 2 of Ben 10. And in the image for season 2 of Ben 10, they showed this guy with a skull t-shirt on, but the guy was looking kind of chubby. Like, I'm used to Kevin being like skinny or muscular, but the guy with the skull t-shirt, he didn't look like Kevin. But I could see them trying to reimagine him as being a chubbier Kevin 11 character. I don't know, maybe to change him up, but I'm excited to see who is that character. Professor Trevenant said he's probably not Kevin. I agree that he's probably not Kevin, but with this reboot, I don't know. You know, like, when I saw the first images of Stinkfly for the reboot, I didn't think they were Stinkfly. So seeing the first images of this guy with the skull t-shirt on, who knows who that's supposed to be, you know? And if they did say it was Kevin, I'd be like, wow, why'd they do my mans like that? The scavenger said, "I need my mans Kevin 11. Free my mans." I will be doing a video, by the way, probably tomorrow, about Amalgam Ben. Amalgam Ben is the closest we've gotten to Kevin 11 in the show. And that'll be a whole other thing. I won't go into that in this video because I'm saving it for an entire video on its own. Professor Trevenant said, "Kevin is streetwise scumbag kid then. Had the misfortune of being half alien, absorbing the Omnitrix." I mean, the misfortune? I don't know. I feel like Kevin does pretty well with what he has. You know what I mean? Kevin rebelled as he was younger, and he didn't end up having a good home life, but he makes the best out of it overall. Like if you look at his character arc through Omniverse, excuse me, and through the series as a whole, Kevin comes out on top in the end. Professor Trevenant said that first Kevin episode is one of my favorites. That's definitely a really good episode. I like, when it comes to Kevin 11, when Ben got serious against Kevin. Kevin crossed a line in one of the later series, and Ben straight up was going to kill Kevin. And everybody was like, "Ben, you should probably chill out. Like, I don't know why you think that you need to kill Kevin." And Ben was like, "I've given Kevin too many chances. He's crossed the line. It's like it's time for Kevin to die." And there's a fight between Kevin 11 and Echo Echo in one of the series, and Kevin just brutally murders multiple Echo Echoes. That's when you learn that all the Echo Echoes have separate lives. Lives? What the fuck? They have, like, one Echo Echo can die, like, actually die. Like, Kevin, like, stab him kind of thing. And it won't kill the other ones, and that's where one of my favorite Ben 10 lines comes up, where Kevin kills all the Echo Echoes and leaves, and then Gwen pops the trunk of his car, and Echo Echo pops out, and he says, "I always keep a spare in the trunk." It's one of the dorkiest lines of the show, but it's pretty great. Ben has a lot of interesting feats throughout the different series. I like to stick to Reboot Ben, but since we brought up Echo Echo, I'll probably do an Echo Echo video sometime in the future. Because Echo Echo is one of Ben's hacks aliens, where he can do something with the alien that makes him just way better than he should be. And in the Echo Echo video I'll do, it'll cover Echo Echo and his ability to clone not only himself, but clone Ben. We have evidence from an entire episode that's based on it that Ben has the ability to make clones versions of himself. So Ben can have multiple Bens with multiple Omnitrixes, or Omnitrixi, whatever you would say for that, with Echo Echo. So I'll do a whole video on that in the future. That won't be what this video is, because again, the point of this video is to talk about how Ben is able to upgrade his own Omnitrix, and then by upgrading his own Omnitrix, he is able to gain a temporary power boost and temporary master control, where he can change from alien to alien simply by thinking of which alien he wants to become. Ben is also shown in the reboot that he can fight using multiple aliens with the master control. It's not just that Ben can swap from alien to alien, but he actually has a good amount of like combat ability to where he can use it to its full potential, which is nice. Professor Trevin has said, no, talk about the original. The new Ben 10 has really made maybe 10 minutes of real chat, but then it's all talk about the original that has so much better plots. Even in Series 1, he upgrades his tricks like 10 times. The Master Control was in the OG. The Master Control is in the OG, but in the original, I don't remember any scene like the one that's shown on the screen that shows the images, right, of upgrading his own Omnitrix. The closest thing we ever got pre the reboot for Ben upgrading stuff, Professor Trevin has said the final movie. In the final movie of Ben 10, you're saying that he upgrades his own Omnitrix? The one about the main gray matter. Okay, this is interesting. So he's talking about Ben 10 Destroy All Aliens, which is the CGI film. Was that the first time we saw Ben upgrade his own Omnitrix? Vegeta said, I wonder if there is a black 10, if it would be called the Omni-Nigatrix. There is a goth Ben 10. There isn't a black Ben 10 that I've seen. But I think he just calls it an Omnitrix. I don't think he has like a different name for it. Professor Terminus said not upgrade, but he unlocks it for the final battle. Well, I mean, that's not the same. That's legitimately not the same. Mainly because there's a difference between having master control and it gets unlocked for you by Azimuth, or it's unlocked temporarily for whatever reason. But with Ben being able to upgrade his own Omnitrix, he essentially can give himself temporary master control by turning in the upgrade and then having upgrade jump into the Omnitrix. Like, upgrade's form now is a shortcut for master control when Ben needs master control, kind of thing. Professor Trevin said the master control is in all the Omnitrixes, dude. It's just always locked by gray matter. You mean Azimuth, like the creator. Well, the difference here is that Ben unlocks it himself using an alien form. Like, that's why it's a significant feat. Is that, for one, it's not only just master control. Phil claims that not only is Ben being able to upgrade his Omnitrix to where he has master control, but he also gains a temporary power boost. So you also need to take into account the idea that, like, his forms are getting stronger. The scavenger said, didn't gray matter upgrade it himself? I know Ken 10, Ken was able to turn into gray matter and unlock master control. But that was Ben's son, not like Ben. Unless Ben unlocks it himself as gray matter and destroy all aliens. Because it's been a minute since I've seen that CGI film. Vegeta said, "Why are you not reading the comments?" I'm literally reading the comments. That's how I read that message. Professor Tremendous said, "Yeah, he cheated. I hope gray matter tries to take it back. It took him years to trust Ben enough for him to have that much power." So you think Azimuth should show up in the reboot and tell him, like, cut that shit out? You think Azimuth should be like, nah. Vegeta said, "I thought Ben died." Ben has died at least once. An ultimate alien, Charmcaster, successfully kills Ben, Gwen, and Kevin, but then she brings them back. Charmcaster is another Hax character because she gains control over Ledger Domain, and Ledger Domain is like the reality where all magic comes from, so she becomes Magic God. Vegeta said, "Is Ben 10 the anime back? Does it star next to Cory in the House on Funimation, my guy?" Top 10 anime of all time. But, Charmcaster is pretty Hax. And she stays Hax. Even in Omniverse, she's still really powerful. There we go. The stream has reconnected. I hope that when this, like, finishes recording, we actually have a good amount of content, and that it's not like what happened to yesterday's face cam video, which didn't really keep up with everything. Professor Tremendous said, "Yeah, also, Toon Power, he will shit his pants, then take care of that damn lightning, then fix the glitch like, bitch, what the shit you do to my ultimate? Peacekeeper also wears max 10 assists." Was that supposed to rhyme? Was that supposed to be like a bar? The Scavenger said, "Can't keep my dick in my pants when I see Gwen from Alien Force." Scavenger, stop. Gwen from Alien Force is still like 15. I think Gwen only becomes like Alabama legal by like Ultimate Alien and Omniverse, because in Alabama the age of consent is like 16. So the Scavenger said, "I don't care, I'm 14. Fair enough, fair enough. When the Scavenger's like, "She's actually older than me." Everything's fine. Vegeta says, "Lexi." The Scavenger said, "And Florida's legal is 16 as well." Vegeta's like, "Pedo." Professor Tremendous said, "Look, Kevin and Gwen forever." Oh, Professor and Tremendous with the shipping Kevin and Gwen so hard. Michael Morningstar is in the reboot already, which is really interesting because we didn't get Michael Morningstar until Alien Force, for the pre-reboot continuity. But essentially, Michael Morningstar, the Scavenger said Ben and Chip, JK. Ben and Chip. Ben and Chip. Who's Chip? Remind me of Chip. When you have that hard, like, nani? Was Chip the one that could, like, mess with technology with his mind? I can't remember his name. You guys may remember who I'm talking about. Scavenger said, "Chip is the baby upgrade." Oh, you mean ship. So you ship Ben and Chip. That's an interesting concept. And also probably tentacle porn. So let's see. Kevin and Gwen. Do I ship Kevin and Gwen? Probably. I feel like Gwen didn't have a lot of situations for like a good relationship to set up. Kirby said, "Ship the ship?" ? Hashtag ship the ship. Ben10 is gay came in. So Ben10 is gay is another person in the chat. He says, "Hey, the Scavenger said tentacle hentai is my faves, JK." Yo, Ben10 is gay. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. If you want to see more epic Ben10 content as well as like vlogs and playthroughs of video games, make sure to smash that subscribe button. And if you like this video or think Ben10 is gay, make sure to smash that like button. I truly appreciate it. Ben10 is gay said, "I'm who? What is my name?" This guy just said, hitting him up with the JKs. Professor Trevenant said, there was the blonde basement living fat ass in the original that can make all the tech and control it. Damn, he could be broken. I'm pretty sure he is broken. Can't remember his name for the life of me. Also, thank you for the 5 likes. Truly appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to smash the subscribe button. Also appreciate that. What is his name? I also now, can't not think of that guy, because that guy was really powerful. And he gets buffed, too. In the later series, he also was strong. And the Scavenger said he had a crush on Gwen. He was another potential love interest for Gwen, where before he was fat, and now he's, on that point. Got that fucking, muscular setup on the dude. And I can't remember him at all. I remember in his first appearance, he wasn't fat. He just looked like a girl. That was the thing. He was the first trap in Ben 10. I almost wanted to Google it. I was like, first trap in Ben 10. Who is this person? Professor Trevenant said, also, almost 530 subs. Ben 10 is gay said, subbed and liked. Thank you kindly for subscribing and liking. Ben 10 is gay then said, Ben 10 is gay. Zolex said, what the fuck? That name. Kirby said, I see 6 likes. I've been tricked before. Facecam likes to show more likes for you guys than what are actually on the video, and it's always confusing. But I can't remember his name for the life of me, and I don't know what to search. I can remember episodes he appeared in, so I'll start from there, because he was in the -10 Ben 10 episodes, at least for a little bit. They had this whole B plot where it's they have tickets as Cooper. Cooper is the name. Got him. Cooper. Let's see. Professor Trevenant said Ben 10 had an Asian GF, cheated on her with bug alien women, and he is not gay, he is a player. Ben 10 is gay said, do you think Kevin 11 fucked Ben? No, I don't think he did. I don't think he smashed Ben. I don't think he's in Ben's DMs. The Scavenger said, Cooper is the most basic bitch name. Why the hard shit on Cooper? I didn't expect you to call Cooper a basic bitch. Yo, we never saw Cooper again after Ultimate Alien, based on what I'm seeing on the fucking Ben 10 Wikia. They don't have an image of Cooper after Ultimate Alien. And I don't remember Cooper after Ultimate Alien. Hold on. They say he appeared in Omniverse, or at least they have a listing for him. Omniverse. He reappeared in a flashback. Fuck, yeah, isn't he a kid? Yeah, I think he reappears as a kid in a flashback in Omniverse. That was that hard. I had a flashback. Let's see, the Scavenger said Ben and Kevin ship, yay. Oh, what is happening? The Scavenger said Simon Says should replace Cooper. Huh, that's an interesting idea. Simon Says it's kind of spoiled. I need to see his character mature over time. Professor Trevenant said Lucky Girl episodes were kind of good, I'll admit, but the OG Catgirl episode was one of my favorites. So, I want to see more of the Lucky Girl stuff back in the day as well. I mean, not back in the day. I want to see more of the Lucky Girl stuff in general on the series. We've had one episode that was called The Brief Career of Lucky Girl, where she doesn't even actually use magic for real. So it was really interesting that they kind of played around with it, but I want to see more stuff. Kirby said light bulb. Oh shit, there he is. The sudden realization. The Scavenger said Cooper is Gwen's bitch, her basic bitch. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what Omniverse Cooper looks like. Why didn't they put it up there with all his other appearances? I don't get it. So yeah, we totally got to see Cooper in the Omniverse setup. Why'd they have to cuck us like that? Why'd they have to make it seem like he wasn't in it? It's funny that the episode isn't supposed to be about Cooper, but I'm so ready to look at Cooper's powers. Kirby said, you don't have to get it. Professor Trevenant said, also, if I started Ben 10 from scratch, I would have Charmcaster as my main secret villain in Season 1, and by the end of Season 1, Gwen steal her book. Hey, that's pretty good. It's funny that you mentioned that because Gwen's book is in the reboot, but it's in the hands of a character who's like fake J.K. Rowling, so like a fake Harry Potter writer character has the actual book of spells. So I want to see what they do with that as like a plot point. Kirby said, also, Trevin and I have Duel Links deck in the works. Real quick, we're going to talk about Cooper, and I'm going to have to end the stream because it's midnight, so I need to exercise and get ready for tomorrow. Cooper is a technopath able to mentally merge with and control electronic devices, both terrestrial and alien, at will. He can telekinetically disassemble and reassemble any technology, as well as telepathically interface and communicate with machines to analyze and gather information. While using these abilities, his eye color would turn into a bluish color with a robotic-like print on them to show his connection to technology. While unknown to what degree, after his growth spurt, Cooper is strong enough to plow through a wall, as shown in Absolute Power Part 2. Ooh. The scavenger said, we didn't talk about the upgrade that much, lol. I mean, there's not much to say. It gives a power boost to each of his aliens, and it gives him master control, to where he can turn into an alien just by thinking of what alien he wants to become. The temporary power boost is probably the best part, and the temporary master control, because the master control also is temporary with the upgraded Omnitrix. But I feel like it'll make for interesting fights, and it makes Ben higher tier. Like, Reboot Ben prior to Omnitrix has, like, a couple solid things about his character that I think makes him fight-worthy, but not on the same level as with this. And I do have at least one more video for Reboot Ben that I want to put out there. And in that additional video, you're going to be able to see Reboot Ben with Amalgam Ben. You guys can do a little bit of research about the Amalgam Ben thing ahead of time, but it should be dope. That video, I think we should have some interesting conversations, especially the Kevin 11 matchups. I'm sure someone's going to say who would win, Amalgam Ben with upgraded Omnitrix with Toon Force versus Kevin 11, which Kevin 11 gets dicked on in that situation, no context. Ben10 is gay said, damn, 1 hour of Ben10 talk. And I just talked about how I'm going to do like another hour of Ben10 talk, but not tonight. It's like 12:02, so I gotta hit up the bed. Gotta exercise, get ready to go to sleep. Ben10 is gay said, you must like this cartoon a lot. I do. Ben10 fan for life. Been following it since the original series. Loved Omniverse. Alien Force was alright. I want to watch more of Ultimate Alien, but that's when I was falling off of Ben10 a little bit. But the writing still seems like it was on point for Ultimate. And I'll probably do videos about that as I continue through. So thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding, ring that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we do the live stream. If you want to help support the video, make sure to smash that like button and click on ads. And if you'd like to support by subscribing to our Patreon, feel free to do so at patreon.com/NickAbenson. We have a variety of reward tiers and goals that you can choose from. Professor Trevenant said, I'll be there. I would be caught up with the reboot, and I can rip on it with you. Sorry, but it really has some major snag, even for it being its own show. Fair enough. Yeah, like, your opinion is perfectly fine with me. Like, I get where you're coming from. It definitely has a lot of progress that it needs to make. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that when we upload this video, it doesn't only upload 20 minutes, which is what happened to yesterday's face cam, which was a meme in like the most negative way. But thank you all for watching and have a wonderful night. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, logging out. Peace.